Hello, Noah here, and welcome back to Paper Perjury. It's been a while since we've done this.
It's been so long that we've played through most of Investigations 2, with considerable delays, mind.
Yeah, we're on case 4 right now, so we're almost at the end of the game. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna buckle down and try to finish this game before we get back to investigations, so that we don't have to worry about when we're gonna record this next. So let's just go ahead and start with case 3, which let's hope that third case syndrome isn't a thing here, and that this third case will be great.
Please, I just need a little more time. Oh, wait.
I think that's you.
I'm sorry, but this isn't up for debate. If the chief says it's closed, it's closed.
But
It's been long enough. We need you working elsewhere. Have the finished case report on my desk by the end of the day.
yes, ma'am. It's only my second week at this job, and I already feel like I've aged 10 years. How could so much paperwork pile up so quickly? When I die, I hope I'm reborn into a paperwork-free life.
You monologuing to yourself again?
Miss Earl, I'm ready for the new day!
Did you not get that?
Nope.
That's the spirit.
Of justice.
I haven't seen this sprite from her. Makes her hair look a lot bigger. I wanted to tell you, Chandra was finally released from the hospital. She's waiting in the interrogation room. As much as I would love to have you do the job you were actually hired for, this is more important. Everyone else is already waiting, so get going.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know what the point of the question marks was, to be honest. Unless like that prologue is meant to be someone else.
I don't think that was Justina. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's back. Welcome to our little get-together, Miss Assistant. Chandra, this is Justina Smith, my assistant for this investigation.
You take, Chandra.
Nice to meet you, Miss Smith. Miss Yor already confessed to your involvement in the robbery, so we can skip over that. However, she also claimed that you believed the Eubanks were siphoning off money from the charity fund. Do you have any evidence for this alleged embezzlement? I do. I keep all my records in my room, behind the wallpaper. So that's what that was.
Unfortunately, we already checked there. All we found there was your passport and some unrelated documents.
That's impossible! Someone must have taken it! We have reason to believe that Mr. Eubank may have taken something from your room.
If you had proof, that's likely what he took.
This is slanderous. You have no proof of any of these claims. It's clear she never had any evidence of this supposed embezzlement. You should drop this while you're ahead, detective.
We're perfectly within our bounds to investigate these claims. If you intend to interfere, you can exit the room. Don't let the door hit you on your way out.
Damn.
Nothing more to say? Good. Chandra, we'll need to get your official statement on these matters. I'll tell you everything I know. I've missed the visual style of this game.
It's really nice.
I kept track of the donors to the Klaus charity, as well as the accounting. After doing the math, roughly 25,000 alms were missing from the charity money.
Oh my god.
That money was redirected to a shell company called BG Turtles LLC. If we didn't grab the media's attention, it would have gone completely unnoticed. Do you know why the money was missing? No. But I couldn't find any legitimate reason for the money to have been transferred like that. I hope you realize without any evidence, all we have here is your testimony.
And your testimony doesn't exactly give us much to work off of.
Nevertheless, we intend to investigate these claims.
You can't be serious! She's already proven herself as unreliable, and you're going to take her word on the matter?
I'm going to find out the truth behind this, Mrs. Eubank. Surely you should have no problem with that. With that, I believe we can conclude this little meeting.
Then I'll be leaving. Chandra? I'm afraid to say that, as of now, you're officially terminated from your job. I know you've been through a lot, but we have no other choice. You can collect your things when this is all over.
Wait. She stormed off in a hurry.
I can't say I expected anything else. Embezzlement or not, I still committed a crime. I suppose I deserve this. If it means anything, I promise we will see this through to the end. We should go, Justina. Oh wow, he called her by your actual name.
I hate to just leave, but it's best we get going. Excuse me. Yeah, you didn't call us by Miss Assistant this time. Please tell me leaving the interrogation room with a sense of guilt isn't normal.
You should only feel guilty if you've done something wrong. We have nothing to be ashamed of. Now, if we'd gone into enhanced interrogation techniques, that's where it makes sense. Sue will look after Chandra for now. We have a case to solve.
But we barely have anything to go on. How do we even investigate this?
If we couldn't find anything at the Eubank estate, that means the next best place to look would be the orphanage itself.
But if the orphanage was involved, doesn't that mean it's possible there was no embezzlement? Mr. Eubank could have been holding onto the money for safekeeping.
Oh, that's a new sprite. We'll have to keep an open mind. Either way, the orphanage should contain all the answers we need. So, are you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Hold on just a minute, you two.
Miss Earl, what is it?
If you're going to the orphanage, you better take a look at this first.
How did you...
She knows everything that goes on in this station. What do you have for us? Do you remember that vandalized car report from last month? Of course I remember.
That's a face of pure gold if I've ever seen one.
On March 14th, the orphanage director was involved in a crash after the brakes on his car failed. We believe a cherry pie was involved. Oh, right, that case. Wasn't Sophie assigned to that? She was. The landlady reported that the brakes in Bill's car were vandalized by an unknown person. However, she never found the culprit. The director ended up asking for the charges to be dropped after we failed to turn anything up.
Why didn't you help, Detective?
She was promoted earlier that month. It was her first big case, and I wanted her to solve it on her own. Otherwise, she'd just think it was all me.
I see. Poor Sophie.
The case might be closed, but it's a good reason to reach out to Bill. I'd suggest you keep the embezzlement to yourself until you can figure out what they know. Detective Swift and I will see what we can dig up on BG Turtles in the meantime.
Shouldn't she be joining us? The car crash was her case.
That's why she can't. The case is closed. You're not there to solve it. It's your cover.
But still...
Do I make myself clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Here's the case report. It should get you up to speed on things. Okay, that's actually an interesting idea, using a cold case as cover. Thanks for digging this up for us. All I did was find the file. If anyone asks, you asked me to find it for you. Oh, and Justina, when you solve this case, take it easy on the drinking. I know what you and Sophie get up to after these cases.
How did you... No, forget it.
That was a good one. That's Sue for you. Now, let's get going.
It's impossible to keep anything a secret around here, not with her around. I thought we were going to the orphanage. This looks like a motel.
It used to be. Eubank Investments helped convert this old motel into an orphanage a few years ago. At the time, it was the orphanage's only choice, so they took it.
You sure do know a lot about this place.
The director and I go way back. I met him back in high school. But we can talk about that later. Let's head over to his office.
I'm still thinking about Chandra. Watching her get fired like that, it was rough.
Well, I certainly don't hold much respect for the Eubanks. But you could tell Mrs. Eubank didn't want to do that.
If you were in their shoes, would you fire her?
No, I wouldn't. I would give her a second chance. What about you?
I think I'd have to. She broke their trust. Justified or not, you can't really recover from that.
Well, all we can really do now is solve this case to ensure her firing wasn't in vain.
Yeah, we'll do it for Chandra.
Let's investigate the area first.
Gotta say, this is a bit of a dreary-looking building. Not that my apartment building is much better.
It may not look like much, but to the kids here, it's home. It's an older building, but they keep it in good shape.
I'm surprised it's still here. The land it's on is probably worth a good amount.
Maybe so, but I'd rather see it used for something good, like an orphanage, rather than some luxury condo.
You've got a good point. This city has already seen enough gentrification. There's some pretty yellow flowers over here. It's nice to see some greenery amongst all this concrete. Let's see. Looks like there's a sign with them. May all who live here grow as strong and beautiful as these poppy flowers.
These flowers were put here by Mrs. Eubank. Glad to see them still here.
Sounds like Mrs. Eubank, that's for sure.
Yeah, I thought that looked familiar.
Aren't poppies supposed to be red? You know, we could have parked closer. This lot is pretty empty.
I don't want any children to see a police car pull up and think there was trouble. There is a kind of yellow poppy.
I see.
But the yellow horn poppy to be exact. So I always park further away when I visit.
Why would they think that?
If a child runs away, the police are called. When a child needs protection from a bad household, the police are called. Last thing I want these kids worrying about is Bill getting in trouble. Personally, I feel like these things should be left up to social services, not us. But the specialists handle cases involving children. It's what they're trained for.
I never really considered any of that. Here I was only thinking about walking less. Looks like a garage. I don't think I've ever seen a motel with a garage before.
The original owners of the place used to live here, so that's where they stored their vehicles. Now it's used for maintenance.
I wonder what's inside.
There's not much to see. Maybe we'll swing by there later. Would probably be more of garbage than garage.
Oh, wrong button. Hello? Anyone home?
Do you want to take this guy?
Sure. Ernest, what are you doing here?
Bill! Good to see you, science guy. Let me introduce you to my assistant.
Bill! Bill! Bill!
Inertia is a property of matter. Justina, this is Bill Klaus, director of the Klaus Orphanage. And Bill, this is Justina, newest member at the precinct.
Nice to meet you. Congratulations on joining the force.
Thanks. Do I seriously look like a police officer?
Back on topic, why are you here?
Can't an old friend just say hi?
You never come here just to say hi, Ernest. What do you want?
You got me. I'm here about the accident last month. We never did catch the culprit, so I wanted to change that.
Not this again. Look, Ernest, I already told the police to drop it. It's water under the bridge now.
I'm not here as a police officer, but as a friend. Someone almost killed you. I'm not letting them get off scot-free.
Kind of impressed at how he can lie about our real reason.
Then why wait a month?
And he saw right through it.
This isn't really my jurisdiction. I'm not supposed to be investigating this. I guess you could say that I've finally entered my loose cannon cop phase. I work outside the system.
Loose cannon cop phase, huh?
If I acted too quickly, the chief would throw the book at me. But he's likely forgotten about this case by now.
Fine, whatever. I believe you. I really don't have much to say about the matter, but I'll tell you what I told the last detective. I had just gotten out of a meeting with the landlady when I headed out for my car. Meg was fixing it up for me. I didn't see her around, so I figured she was done. I had barely left the parking lot before the brakes failed and I crashed. Thankfully, I was driving slowly, so I wasn't hurt that badly. Can't say the same for my car, though. I haven't been able to drive it since.
Meg? You mean your Meg was working on it?
Yep, all those years working with the landlady is paying off.
Who's Meg?
When Bill set this whole place up, she was one of the first kids here. I never thought I'd see her all grown up.
You know, she still doesn't want to go to college. She just wants to work in some mechanic shop. I keep telling her that she's capable of more, but she won't listen to me.
I'll let her live before she becomes old and crusty like us.
Speak for yourself. I'm still strong as an ox. You could be too if you ever joined me at that gym.
If the gym ever gets robbed, I'll be there right away. There was one time where a gym I lived next to got a TV stolen from it.
What the hell?
I know. Until then, a detective's job is never done.
Got more
Spit it.
got more Zeridium lore.
Right. Always with the excuses, Ernest. Well, since you're here, I suppose you can stay for a while. It's not much, but it is home. Excuse the mess. I haven't had time to tidy things up.
It's like a teenager's bedroom.
We could help you clean up.
No, I'll get to it later.
So, never?
No comment.
Let's see. Looks like the orphanage's ledger. Expenses for last month were 15,000 alms, and he paid them all on time. My dad could learn a thing or two about record keeping. Better write this down before I get caught snooping.
So, I know alms are like an actual thing, but are we thinking that alms are the currency of this place?
I don't actually know what alms are, so...
Alms are money, food, or other goods given to people living in poverty, often considered an act of charity, according to Wikipedia.
Then I think that this is their currency.
Yeah, could be.
Sorry, I'm eating popcorn. This painting looks familiar. Oh, Chandra had the same painting in her room. Hey, Bill, where'd you get this?
It was a gift from the Eubanks. It had some cheesy line attached to it. With hard work and diligence, anyone can soar to great heights.
Priceless, coming from a family born from wealth. It's like someone stuffed with food wondering how anyone could go hungry.
As tone-deaf as it may seem, it's inspiring for the kids. I, for one, would like to think we can live in a world where that's true.
I guess that explains why it's mass-produced. Maybe Chandra keeps the painting in her room for the same reason. That's a nice-looking TV. I hope it doesn't get stolen.
It was part of the motel before we moved in. There was one just like it in every room.
Must be tough getting the kids to focus on homework with all those TVs around.
That's what I thought. But all that's on them is public access in the news. Turns out the landlady's family never paid for more than the most basic cable package.
Now I feel bad for them. Got a lot of sticky notes here.
They're called sticky notes for a reason. He's been stuck to them for his entire life.
It's a small price to pay in order to keep track of everything.
You've got receipts here from last month. Talk about organized. I don't remember the last time I kept a receipt for something.
And that's
Whenever-
in college.
Whenever Meg and I order anything, I keep the receipts for at least 3 months.
Looks like she ordered brakes at 1:15 p.m. on the day of the accident. I better write that down.
But yeah, like, receipts are very, I mean, all the stuff they're bringing up for accounting, receipts, ledgers, that's all, like, keeping copies of stuff is obviously important for accounting and record keeping.
I'm probably gonna have to start doing that for all the money I earn from the shows and where I use it.
Yeah.
Also, she ordered brakes before the accident? That's suspicious.
Yeah. On the day of the crash, no less.
Leaving trash on the floor. Even my teenage room is cleaner than this. Wait, what's this? Red line insurance?
Just throw it in the trash can, it's worthless.
Isn't insurance important, though?
It's who I get my car insurance from. They refused my claim for repairs after the crash.
Why? It's not your fault.
Try telling them that. They used every trick in the book to make it seem like I was irresponsible. So I gave up. I have kids to take care of and other life obligations. I don't have time to fight a claim like this.
But you shouldn't give up. It's your car.
Unfortunately, that's how they get you. Wear you down until it's too much of a hassle to keep going. People at Redline might as well be running an organized crime ring. Doesn't matter anyways. I was able to get the money together to repair the car myself.
I feel bad for Bill. I hope he can settle this soon. I should keep note of this letter.
That line hits a bit different nowadays, along with a lot of stuff from along with just about everything from Attorney of the Arcane.
They wear you down until you can't fight anymore.
Yep.
Hey, it's a spinny chair. We have some in the office, but this one looks way more cozy.
If you have to sit on a chair all day, you need something good to support your back. This was the best investment in my life.
Hey, detective, you think Sue could get us these chairs?
I think that would require you to stay at your desk for more than an hour.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Is that his bed off to the left?
Yeah, it looks like it. I thought it was a table at first with like a cloth over it, but no, that looks like a bed. I wanted to ask, why open an orphanage in a motel? It's so unusual.
It is, but this is an important location. It's within walking distance of both Whitehall Academy and the Church of the First Lotus. Providing a good academic and spiritual education took priority over everything else.
Whitehall Academy?
It's a pretty prestigious school, the best in the city. It admits all grades. Plus, it's free for anyone who passes the rigorous entrance exam.
And all the children here go there?
Yep, I created this orphanage specifically for children who could attend Whitehall. When I met brilliant children like Megan, I wanted to provide that opportunity for them. Any child with the aptitude could come and stay here.
Why set up an orphanage just to be close to a school? Can't the kids just live wherever and still go to Whitehall?
In theory, yes. In practice, no. Before coming here, some of the kids lived over an hour away, excluding traffic. The time adds up, and most would rather go to a closer school. To them, school is school, each one the same. But it's not. Where you learn impacts your whole life.
Bill speaks from experience. He lived outside the city, but still showed up early every day. It was like he slept in the school.
Unlike you, who practically ran into class right before the bell rang. Every single day.
Hey, I still got perfect attendance. But if anyone knows the importance of a short commute, it'd be him.
It may seem small, but for these kids, it gives them the time I wish I had. In any case, this was the only place I could get, so I buckled down and got it. It might have seemed crazy at first, but we made it work. The landlady could give you a few more details. She's in her office today. She's in a meeting right now, but knowing you, you won't let that stop you.
When you want to head there, Miss Assistant, let me know.
Why are you so against Meg being a mechanic? It sounds to me like she found her passion in life.
She's capable of so much more. Her grades prove it. She could attend the best college in the city. But instead, she just wants to work on cars all day.
She only found her passion because of this chance you gave her. Isn't that a success?
You know, my parents were pretty adamant that I go to art school when I graduated. They're both artists, so it made sense to them. They thought I had a lot of potential for it. I didn't want to disappoint them, so I did it. I like art, and I learned a lot, but ultimately it wasn't for me. And now all I have to show for it is a degree I'll never use. And my actual job is the furthest thing from art you can get. If you push Meg to go to college for something she doesn't have any drive for, she'll just be wasting her time. Time she could be spending pursuing her true dream.
I suppose you have a point. I'll give it some thought.
Why did you ask the police to drop the case? Don't you want us to catch the person who caused it?
To tell you the truth, I already know who did it.
You do? I thought...
Bill, if Swift says the kid didn't do it, he didn't do it.
Hold on, what kid?
Just some kid from the area. He went to school with Meg and graduated last year. When rumor went around about the crash, he took credit for the thing.
And you're only saying this now? Why wouldn't you want him arrested?
Detective Swift had already looked into him. He's nothing more than a graffiti artist, but he's no Park Avenue.
If he says he did it, he did it. But nevertheless, a lot of employers turn people down for a criminal record, no matter how small. I don't want to ruin the kid's life.
If he didn't actually do it, then why take credit for it?
How about we find out? Sophie wrote down where he hangs out. We could pay him a visit.
I didn't know that so many kids were capable of going to such a fancy school. I certainly couldn't. My childhood was spent struggling for a passing grade.
There's a lot of children that, because of their circumstances, can't live up to their true potential. Orphan children, in particular, are pretty vulnerable to being ignored by the system. People don't think much about education for these kids. They think all they need to do is wait until they are adopted, thinking little about what happens if they aren't. That's why I fight against being a traditional orphanage. I want to break that stereotype. They all deserve a bright future, and I intend to give it to them.
Now I feel bad for the kids who can't make it in.
You're not alone, but Whitehall thankfully offers tests for all grades year-round. So if they fail once, they can always try again next time.
The Klaus orphanage might seem strange, but there are few places with such lofty goals. I hope one day this place becomes the standard, not the exception.
I hope so too. No wonder he was upset about the robbery. This place means so much to him. I forgot the Church of the First Lotus was near here. My parents often used to take me there when I was younger.
Getting the kids to attend is the hardest part. Most of them try to avoid coming if they can.
I say let them choose if they want to or not. You're wasting your time if you force them.
Are you not religious, sir?
Religion and I don't get along. I respect... What is that word?
Errol. Yeah,
Is that the name of the religion?
I guess.
Apparently, Errol is an actual thing. Like apparently it's an outgrowth from a seed that partly or completely covers the seed. So I guess that could have been the inspiration. I respect Errol Faithful, but you won't see me step inside a church willingly. The gods can afford having one less faithful among us. Traitor.
Traitor. You shouldn't say that. Your next life might be as a flower bee if you're not careful.
Ernest never joined us at the church when you were younger. Even if he starts now, the best he'll get is a fish.
I'll take my chances. Just promise me that if you see a handsome fish in your next life, you won't eat it. And if you do that, and I'll do that, and I'll see to it that I do that, and I'll see to it that you get the next shield so the traitors can't kill you.
Okay, let's go, landlady. This is quite the office. You take her.
Ah, it's you two again.
What? Oh! Ferris? What are you doing here?
My husband and I wanted to make sure our relationship with the Klaus orphanage remains intact. We're not going to stand around while you drag our company's name through the mud.
Oh.
You could even say that you want to make your company disappear!
Hi, Trucy, in a different font.
That is, Trucy Eggert Benedict. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the wondrous office of the world's greatest illusionist, Maggie Shawn!
Hang on, your office? You're the landlady? She's not at all what I expected.
Sure am. Now, pick a card.
I hate to ruin the magic, but her real name is Annie Card. Parents owned the motel before the orphanage was set up.
Ferris, I told you to call me by my stage name. I spent a whole night coming up with it.
It's nice to meet you, Maggie Shawn, world's greatest illusionist. I'm Justina Smith, world's greatest police clerk.
Aha! I knew you were a cop. My magical intuition told me so.
The police clerk isn't...
My magical intuition also says you're here to talk about some kind of embezzlement claim. Impressive. Your magical intuition is right yet again.
I told Annie.
Maggie!
You know, this office is quite cluttered. Perhaps we should...
On second thought, Annie is fine for now.
Right, as I was saying, I told Annie about it. If there are any bad apples here, she would know.
In that case, what can you tell us about the charity?
Well, I can give you the basic rundown.
That's you.
I know. My mouth is full. I don't know, I just randomly have... I randomly have, like, fits of hunger where I turn into, like, a fucking bear, and I just eat and eat and eat, and then I go for, like, a week and I don't eat anything. It's weird.
Your bank investments raises money for the orphanage each year in accordance with the national charity standards. Any money raised by the Klaus charity can only be used directly for the orphanage. Each year an audit takes place to ensure money is properly handled.
Audits. I'm learning about those.
Over the past 5 years we've raised money. We haven't failed a single audit.
Okay.
You lawyers sure know how to say very little with a lot of words.
Anything more would be against the interests of Eubank Investments.
Say, Annie, have you ever heard of BG Turtles?
If you pick a card, I'll tell you. Trying to figure out
know-
the pun behind Maggie Shawn. Audition? I don't know.
Maybe.
We know nothing about that, I assure you.
Stop ruining my tricks! I also feel
Oh,
like,
wow.
yeah, I feel like you could, like, imagine her, like, pulling her hat on and off with, like, an invisible string running between her fingers.
I think that is what's happening. Oh well, it was worth asking.
Since we're here, do you mind if we ask you about the car crash last month? Oh, that? I thought Bill decided to drop it.
Oh my god, her name is Annie Card.
Yeah. we're here to investigate that matter as well. Seems like a waste of time, but whatever. What do you want to know? Can you tell us where you were before the crash? Sure thing. I had a meeting with Bill around 1:30 p.m. that day. We took a break about 10 minutes later, and I showed off one of my tricks. We finished up around 1:50 p.m., and that's when Bill headed out. I saw someone running away from the building around then, but I couldn't make out who it was. Then, moments later, like magic, boom! Bill crashed his car. Thank you, Annie. Do you mind if we look around a bit?
Excuse you, but we're in a meeting right now.
Perfect. You can keep talking while we look around. I don't mind. I got nothing to hide. Just don't go around trying to figure out my magic secrets. A magician never reveals those. Investigate first.
Looks like a box of videotapes.
That's where I store the recordings of different magic tricks. I like to watch famous magicians perform tricks so I can study how they do it. It's like playing detective, watching the video over and over until I figure it out.
Watching a video again and again sounds like the worst type of detective work. We should tell that to Apollo during case 3.
Yeah. The amount of times that I saw that little scaffold raise. Ugh. Magic is all about misdirection. It's really easy to make people focus on one hand while you do something else with the other. Once you spot the sleight of hand, you feel like a genius.
If Detective Hunt ever makes me do this, I'm going back to management.
Management? Oh.
What's in all these boxes?
Oh, those? Those are just some car parts I'm saving for Meg. Her birthday's coming up, so I got her some parts to upgrade her ride.
Aren't car parts a bit of a strange gift?
Not to Meg. Her car means everything to her. She got an old rust bucket of a car for free, and she turned it into her biggest project yet. Over the years, she's managed to completely rebuild it. It went from not running at all to running better than my own car. She was finally able to drive it for the first time about 2 weeks ago. There's nothing I could get her that she'd like more. Speaking of Meg, is she here today? Yeah, she's still working on Bill's car.
What do you mean?
She's been fixing it up in her free time since the accident. She's still missing some parts that Bill has to order, but she's been working on everything else in the meantime. If you want to see her, she's in the garage.
Sure, I would love to meet her. Better write down what she said. Oh, April 10th. That's my dog's birthday.
Huh.
I remember these magic tricks. I saw them all the time as a kid.
Is that their actual birthday or their like the day you got them?
No, that's my actual dog's birthday.
Hmm.
Which is kind of funny because my birthday is also on the 10th. Not that month, but it's also on the 10th. So.
Neat. They're pretty simple, but the kids still love them. It never hurts to practice the basics. Want to see one?
Maybe after we finish this case.
He's never gonna get the chance, is she?
Nope. What a quaint little window. Whose car is that?
That would be mine.
That's yours? But it's so modest. I figured you'd drive around some kind of expensive sports car or a 5-mile long limo.
Do you also think that I swim in a pool of gold in my free time? Who do you think I am, Scrooge McDuck?
Well, never mind. Oh, whatever. I'll write this down anyways.
I see you're interested in my magic box. It's part of a grand trick I'm unveiling at my next show.
What kind of trick?
If you take a card, I might say...
The artist starts off with his hands free, but suddenly they're tied up. She then steps inside while tied up in rope and walks out completely free.
What? I want to see.
Stop spoiling the fun! That's the last time I show you a trick ahead of time.
Don't blame me, blame yourself.
But I want to see the trick. Still, you must be pretty excited about that show.
I am. It's always been my dream to go on tour with my magic. Oh, but this is just a local show. With all my responsibilities here at the orphanage, I can't really up and leave when I want to. So I consider this show to be like a practice run.
Let's see. You wouldn't know it by looking at it, but there seems to be some wheels hidden underneath it. I can move it around pretty easily like this.
Looks like the back of the cabinet's loose. I think she can get through here.
What are you doing? You're ruining the magic.
The detective can't leave any stone unturned, Miss Assistant. Unless you want to get mauled by zombies.
Too late now. Might as well add it to the evidence. So, what sort of tricks do you use these cards for? Am I finally going to see one?
There's a special one I like to play with the kids. We play poker, and I make their lunch money disappear. Aww.
You gamble with kids?
Only kidding. We just play every Friday for fun. No money involved. It's the one day of the week they get to learn some real-life skills.
Yeah, gambling.
Gambling. Let's go gambling!
Let's go gambling!
If you know how to read a face, you can take on the world.
Aw, dang it.
That is a parallel to Trucy, sort of.
That's a unique life skill. Wait, what? Yeah.
Oh, interesting. We have to actually pick someone to talk to first.
How are things back at the estate? It must be different with Oliver and Chandra gone. Way to poke the bear, Justina.
Our home is shaken, but we are recovering. We've already started the search for their replacements. In fact, my husband and I have already found a prospective new chef. We plan to interview them tomorrow.
I see. How about Fee? That must be quite the adjustment for her.
You have no business to be discussing my daughter.
I guess she's still upset with me.
Like setting her teacup on fire with a completely straight face.
God, man, the animations in this game are so charming.
Yeah.
You brought up before that Bill passed every... I thought that said Bill passed away. You brought up before that Bill passed every audit. Do you happen to have proof of that?
That kind of information is on a need-to-know basis. You need to pass a background check to...
Well, I can tell you that he always paid his rent on time. Always from the orphanage's account, never a penny short. Here, I can show you.
Annie! You don't just give out information like that.
I'm just trying to help. Don't listen to her. Your help is appreciated.
Well, it certainly does make our lives easier. If this is the sort of thing Ferris wants to hide from us, it has to be important. Better write it down. So tell me, what got you into magic?
Poker, of course.
Poker?
Yeah, I used to play with my family back in the day. Once they left, I didn't have anyone to play with till the kids came. So I taught them all how to play one night, and now it's a tradition. Then one night, I decided to go show them a card trick my dad taught me, and it was a hit. He kept begging me to show them more tricks, so I learned more. That's how I fell in love with the art, and stage magic was the natural evolution. She's a natural. I got to see one of her tricks with Bill once. She blew my socks off.
Literally or figuratively? So what kind of magic can
Literally.
you do? Oh.
I do plenty, but sleight of hand is my favorite. Care for a demonstration?
I don't know. Card chips seem a bit too childish.
Hey, a lot of work goes into those tricks, you know.
Relax, Annie. You can't please everyone.
Sorry, I didn't mean anything against you by it. I just don't really get it personally. What's your relationship with Bill like?
In a professional sense, he's a great tenant. I've never had any problems with him. He's always paid the rent on time, and he covers the maintenance. In return, his rent is dirt cheap. You won't find a better deal anywhere else in the city.
Lucky Bill. My landlord just raised my rent again.
In a personal sense, I consider him a good friend. He always runs by his plans for the orphanage with me, and I show him my latest tricks. Plus, having him around means I get to play with the kids. If it wasn't for Bill, I'd have sold this place off a long time ago.
Sounds like they have a pretty good relationship. I heard Bill's side of it, but why rent this motel to an orphanage?
It's pretty simple, really. My family left me in charge of this place around 7 years ago. We all knew it wasn't going to last. Nobody really wanted a cheap room in this bustling city anymore. But then land prices went up and property tax along with it. I just couldn't afford to keep this place any longer. So after 2 years, I was desperately looking for a way out. That's when I met Bill.
Bill came to you bank investments looking for property for an orphanage. However, he couldn't afford to buy anything outright. We drafted an agreement where Annie would keep ownership of the motel, but with the Klaus orphanage as the exclusive renter.
So only the Klaus orphanage can rent here?
So long as they keep paying rent, the Klaus orphanage can stay. I drafted the lease myself. It's more solid than liquid ginger and nettle tea.
I actually have a copy of the lease here. You can take a look at it. I am liking, like, just all the, I don't know, there's just something about the way that this game and its communicates extra character details and stuff through its dialogue that I really like.
Mm-hmm. Like, Card's backstory? It's a very simple backstory, but I really like it. And the way it's communicated is great. Well, not communicated, the way it's presented is great.
Let's take a look at the new profiles. See, Hannah's still relevant. August 10th.
Hey, that's my birthday!
Oh, wow.
That's my actual birthday.
Mine's actually coming up pretty soon myself. Mine's on the 17th of July.
Nice.
Yeah. probably will have already passed by the time this video's up, but whatever. What about Bill Klaus here? October 1st?
I think those are the only two new ones.
I think the next... either the garage or the alleyway, I guess.
So this is the garage, huh?
It doubles as the maintenance room. I wonder if Meg's here.
Oh. That's my bad.
I've been caught in a temporal loop.
Oh,
Hey,
no!
Ernest. What you doing here? Just here to check up on Bill. I wanted to know if his recovery's going well. Oh, I've got myself an assistant since the last time I was here. This is Justina Smith, my very own protege.
By protege, he means I have to lug around all the evidence and drive him everywhere.
That, my dear student, is how you learn. Wax on, wax off, as they say. Nice to meet you, Justina. I'm Megan Konecki, but you can just call me Meg.
Megan Konecki. Mechanic. Pleasure to meet you, Meg. Do you work here?
Yep, I do all the maintenance here. Though at the moment I've been preoccupied with Bill's car. I'm a mechanic, you know.
Seem a little young to be a mechanic.
I'm perfectly old enough. I just turned 18. I've just got a lot of talent. I even made this helmet myself. Isn't her birthday past then? Because it's April and her birthday's in February. I wonder if that's meant to be a contradiction.
Well, she just turned 18. It's April. So just is like... It was a few months ago, but it like just happened.
Okay.
Whoa.
Ooh. What'd you think? Cool, huh?
Kind of looks like the face of a truck. Hold on. Aren't those supposed to cover your entire face?
It's still a work in progress. Looks great to me. Says Mr. I'm going shopping for new clothes after he gets insulted for his lack of fashion sense.
That red and blue do not really go together.
Yeah. Roses are red, violets are blue. Anyways, while we were here, we wanted to see if we could finally solve the mystery behind Bill's accident. I don't really think you should worry about it. It was just a harmless prank after all.
Harmless? Bill could have died.
I don't think it was meant to be that serious.
What do you mean?
Well, the kids here get bullied a lot. So I think it was just someone who wanted to mess with us and got a little carried away. I don't think any good is going to come out of making a big deal of it. It's better to just let it go.
And move on? Let it go and move on.
I understand how you feel, but Bill's my friend. Intentional or not, he could have gotten really hurt. Putrid pricks. I'm not going to rest until I solve it.
Putrid red pepper. Hang on, isn't this just our cover story? Why is he so into this all of a sudden? Well, whatever. I'll just go along with it for now. All we want to know is what happened that day. Can you tell us where you were?
Alright, but I don't have much to say. I was working on Bill's car the day of the crash, just fine-tuning some things. I didn't notice any major issues, so I went on break at 1:45 p.m. By the time I got back, Bill was already in the car and he took off. He had an issue with the brakes, and next thing I knew, he had crashed into a tree. I made sure Bill was safe. I couldn't say the same for his car, though. It was in pretty bad shape. I've been working on fixing it up. Just waiting on a few more parts, and she'll be good as new.
So the culprit must have tampered with the brakes during your break. Brake, brake, brakes. I feel like I'll be saying these words a lot today.
Yeah, my break is 15 minutes long, so that would have been plenty of time to pull it off. Still, that suggests to me that this was planned. Someone waited until they knew there wouldn't be anyone around the car.
That would also mean the culprit must have known the hours you work. Who knows about your schedule?
I mean, it's not much of a secret. All the kids know, and so do Bill and Annie. Let's see. I also do part-time work at a mechanic shop. My coworkers there know my schedule here as well.
I can't believe she's doing so much at 18. I can barely handle this job, and I'm 4 years older than her. Doesn't seem like we'll be able to narrow it down with just that then.
Sorry, Meg, do you mind if we poke around in here for a bit? I don't mind, but the accident was a month ago. I'm not sure what you expect to find. I mean, we've just got a bunch of tools in that ladder over there.
Hey, detective, a stepladder.
It sure is. Let's move on.
Hold on! Hold on! It could be important. Hold it!
It's just a stepladder. Those are never important. Except for the
Says
one time.
you. Maybe this stepladder is the key to solving the entire case.
Oh, really? Are you suggesting that Are you going to suggest that... I mean, it's not like it's not like that one time I saw that dad get a stepladder out to get a cat out of a tree by hitting the tree with the ladder repeatedly. I'd love to hear your theory.
Well, maybe they... No, that doesn't work.
Why don't you think about it while we investigate? And if you think it's important, then we'll come back here straight away.
Fine, but if I'm right, you owe me a latte.
And if I'm right,
I'll buy you a latte.
this seems like a very one-sided bet. Well, great. Now that they've got me thinking that somehow the stepladder is going to be relevant, which would be very funny.
What an interesting car. I take it this is Bill's car?
Sure is. I'll have it fully repaired and back to its former glory soon. It's built like a cat, but it lands on all fours. I'm glad you kept the original paint color. Still yellow as always. This thing always takes me back. Bill and I used to ride this baby for miles.
I don't understand why you'd want a yellow car. It's hideous.
What did yellow cars ever do to you? Banana
Exist.
car. I never care about what's on the outside. It's the internals that matter to me. A good engine is what makes a car, and the engine on this one is a thing of beauty. They don't make them like this anymore.
Still, this car looks great. I'd never be able to tell it got into a wreck. You did a great job repairing it. What's left to do?
Just waiting on a few more parts to come in. Bill already paid me for all the work. His car's a classic, so it needs special parts that are hard to get. It's hard to find a good deal, plus the parts take forever to show up.
I'll write this down.
No wonder it was like such a hassle getting this through insurance and then him having to take a while to pay for it.
Yep. What a lonely looking box all alone in the corner.
Oh yeah, that's where I keep my spare rope.
What do you need rope for?
It comes in handy for a lot of things. It's good to have on hand.
This one looks all short and frayed. And some of these other ones are all knotted together.
Huh, that's weird. I could have sworn I still had a long spool of rope in there. Stuff's useless to me in that state. Guess I'll have to go buy some more.
For now, I'll take note of it. You've got a lot of tools here.
Yep, I got everything we need to fix this place up. Wrenches, nuts, bolts, chainsaws.
Chainsaws?
They make trimming the trees way more fun.
That sounds really dangerous.
It's completely safe with this helmet. It may be harder to see, but I don't have to worry about anything hitting my face.
That makes it even worse.
Can imagine if she had like one of those like 6-foot chainsaws that's used to dig ditches.
Oh hey, I remember this thing. What's it called again?
It's called a dolly.
My dad had one that I rode all the time as a kid. I take it to the top of the hill and then roll down.
I never knew you were a daredevil.
I was, briefly. Then my sister ratted me out to my parents. So what do you use this thing for?
It makes getting under cars a lot easier. It's also nice for moving heavy stuff around.
Maybe using it like a toy was a bad idea.
Yeah, that's what the floor scooters are for.
What's all the spray paint?
Spray paint gets a bad rap, but it's cheap and versatile. I used this stuff a lot back in high school, so I'm a bit of an expert. Looks like some of these are labeled FN. Those belong to someone I used to know. Just throw them away.
Did something happen?
It's nothing.
I'll write that down. Probably the kid we're gonna find in the alleyway. His initials are gonna be
I assume
FN.
so. Also, spraying the initials, that's I mean, maybe it's a stencil, I don't know. Alright.
So how did you end up becoming a mechanic?
Funnily enough, from Annie. When I moved in 5 years ago, I saw her working on her car. Turns out she'd been working with machinery since she was a kid. I started watching her, and we bonded over it.
Huh, I thought she was just a magician.
She's both. It's how she learned to make her own stage tools. So, after getting the basics from her, I started learning more on my own. That's how I got here. I just wish Bill would be more supportive. Bill's a bit of a hardhead, but he does it out of love. Just show him how happy this makes you, and he'll turn around.
How could someone have messed up the brakes? Were you here all day?
I left the garage unattended during my break. Perfect time for someone to come. I take my breaks over by my old room. Part of me really misses living here.
I can't blame you. I moved out of my parents' place, but I visit them so often that I forget I ever left.
I ought to be young. Back in my day, I couldn't wait to move out.
Okay, old man. You say that like you're an old man. You're still in your 30s.
Years on the force make you feel older.
You're going into Teruya territory there, Corlin. So, what do you think of Bill? Nye the science guy.
He's nice, if not a bit overbearing. He's always going on about school and church. But he loves kids, and he loves what he does. Growing up here wasn't always easy, but it could have been a lot worse.
Sounds like a pretty good guy.
Yeah, if only he'd quit trying to make me go to college. He'll come around. It's just hard for him to accept that college isn't for everyone.
I know how that is. My dad was the same way. My parents are the same way. Yeah, I relate. I get why though, because without a degree, there's not really a lot you can do.
Yeah, I actually have a relative who ultimately decided they wouldn't be going to college, and instead they're working for dealerships and probably going to go into car auto mechanics, just like her. So.
Cool. What was it like growing up here? It's certainly a unique environment.
Sure is. It took some getting used to, that's for sure. But I really liked the other kids that were here. We were all sort of like one big family. Bill was kind of a father figure to us. Still is, I guess.
What'd you do for fun?
Well, you didn't hear this from me, but sometimes we pull some pranks on Bill. Just harmless fun. One time I swapped around the wiring in his car. Ooh.
Ooh.
The look on his face when the AC dial started changing the radio. Priceless.
Note to self, don't let Meg near the cruiser. You know what? I want to try the statement real quick.
Okay.
Because she said
Something
that...
about the parts, right?
Yeah, she wants to order parts.
Or her break time.
Yeah, it could be that. I was thinking this because there's apparently a receipt from when she already ordered brakes. I don't think this is really relevant. Okay, alright. You went on break.
Let's see. Finished rebuilding her new car 2 weeks ago on April 10th. I think we might be missing something here. This basically means that Bill got into his car at 150, right? So that basically means there's a 5-minute window for this to happen.
Yeah.
Go back a couple statements because I wanted to see how the timeline goes. Was on break. Right. So she went on break. Her break lasts 15 minutes. She get back at 2. I don't know if that's enough of a contradiction to because he got in at 150, right? Probably card statement.
I don't think that's enough. I mean, we can try it since there's no penalties.
Yeah, I don't think it's enough. I think, and also we still have one other person to talk to.
Yeah. Let's go talk to someone. Looks like no one's here at the moment. Let's go explore mother. I should go explore other areas more and come back here later. Okay, garage.
Okay,
Let's
I
look at
guess
the leads.
We do have to.
Question the alleged brakes bandit. Investigate the motel garage.
The motel garage. Garage is probably... Okay, so we're probably gonna have to do something here.
Oh, my bad. Case file. Investigate the Klaus orphanage. Find out who is behind BG Turtles. Okay, so it looks like we have to contradict something here before we can move on.
If we still can't... let's go outside one more time just in case there's any new dialogue or something to, something else to look at. Okay, yeah, let's talk to him about that.
You and Bill seem pretty close. Do you come see him often?
From time to time when I get the chance. We're not as close as we used to be. One of the things about being older is that you see your friends less.
Yep, that's true. Yeah. Can't remember the last time I met up with my old friends from high school. Damage! I'm feeling physical damage! Maybe I should get together with them again. In any case, how come you never decided to help solve this case sooner? You seem like the type of guy to move mountains for your friends.
I think part of me just forgot it was a crime. To me, it was an accident. Bill walked away from his car alive, and that's what matters most. Remember, this is Detective Swift's case to solve, not ours. Like Sue told us before, this is just our cover.
That's what you're saying, but... Cover or not, I can't just leave this unsolved. Maybe I could talk to Sophie. Miss Card is quite the character. She seems to care about the orphanage a lot. All my landlord cares about is that my rent is paid on an exact day.
Unique situation. I'm happy Bill found this place.
I'd be a lot less frustrated with renting if I could have a landlord like her.
If you don't like your landlord, you could always find a better place. I could look at that.
Have you seen apartment prices in this city? I'd need my pay to be doubled before I could afford anything better. Either that, or I'd have to move back in with my parents.
I'm with you there.
Meg seems like a pretty skilled mechanic, especially at only 18. When I was 18, I didn't even know how to file my own tax returns.
Everyone has something they're good at. Not to brag or anything, but I used to be the champion of the arcade.
Really? I never would have guessed.
Looks can be deceiving, Miss Assistant. For example, you may just look like an unassuming clerk. But really, you're pretty skilled at detective work. You might even run me out of a job.
I've only done as well as I have because of you. I'm not even remotely qualified for this.
It's just you can't get those qualifications. If you ever wanted to finally join the club, I'm sure you'd be great at it. That is, assuming Sue would let you go.
I think I'll just stick to what I'm comfortable with. Paperwork is nice and safe. And boring.
Okay.
You know,
Yes.
there's no need to check the statements there. I can check them here.
Yeah. It couldn't be that, like, it couldn't be that this was an accident, that Meg had just, like, removed the brakes and just hadn't installed the new ones by then. Could it?
You know, that could be it, but we haven't talked to the suspect yet, so
Yeah. So when running away from the building. So by then, that can't be Meg. The person running away can't be Meg, because she'd already left by then.
yeah, she left at 1:45. I guess we can try something here, but no, because it says investigate Bill Klaus's office. We've already checked that off, so
Yeah, so he's clean.
we have to contradict something here.
Yep. Rank. We're looking like specifically for contradictions, like it's not just theories, right?
Yeah. I think theories can count, though. Because I'm pretty sure theories have counted before. I'm not sure. I think... I don't know, like, why would you buy car brakes unless you needed them? That's what I'm thinking. I was right!
Oh. Yeah.
You know, Bill likes to keep a lot of receipts and records lying around in his office. We found
Actually,
this
yeah,
in
I
his
was thinking, I was being too close-minded. I thought that they were taken after the incident. I don't know why I thought that.
You ordered a brand new pair of brakes at 1:15 p.m., just before the accident. If there weren't any issues with the car, why would you order a pair of brakes?
Huh. Well, I'm surprised he still has that. Bill's pretty bad at throwing away things. He sucked at basketball. Mind explaining why you ordered those brakes? Well, look, I can explain. Those brakes weren't for Bill's car. I ordered them for my own car. The brakes had worn out from overuse. I must have left the receipt in Bill's room. I paid for the brakes myself. I'd show you, but I left my car at home.
Something still seems off. I should consider looking over the statement again. I think I already know what's wrong with this one.
Yeah,
Annie gave Meg all the parts.
Right.
And also, that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Let me just try it here and see what happens. Nope, okay. Oh. There's a scratch in it now. Does that mean it's just like not going
I
anywhere?
think that the game crosses off evidence that isn't, that you've already tried. Parts for it are difficult and expensive to come by, so maybe the brakes specifically aren't, wouldn't have been purchasable, they wouldn't have been available at your standard mechanic shop.
Where would that go, though? Here, maybe?
No, not that one. No, I don't think, yeah. Metallic in the garage.
Okay, so it only applies to each statement. So Meg's card's not crossed out here because it could be somewhere else.
So it only stays crossed out on the specific statement?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe it just shows on statements where it doesn't apply? I'm not sure.
Brakes worn out from overuse. Maybe that's something with Meg's car. Because it would only have been 2 weeks of use, so how's that possible?
So you ordered a brake pedal to replace the previous one in your car?
Bingo.
The thing is, we talked to Miss Card. She said you finished rebuilding your car 2 weeks ago. The accident took place before then. If you couldn't even drive your car yet, how would the brakes be worn out?
She did? Yeah, that's right. They were worn out, just not by me. Let me explain. The car I was rebuilding already had brakes, but I found out they were all worn out. Anna usually helps me with parts, but she didn't have any brakes I could use, so I got them myself. I ordered them online, and then I went and picked them up when I got off work. See, it's really not a big deal, I just worded things wrong. Yeah, that's what they all say.
I guess that does explain everything. Maybe she isn't hiding anything after all? No. Yep. This art seems... Hey, who the heck are you? Doughboy?
You know this guy?
I wouldn't forget. This little punk is frying oil, but everyone calls him Doughboy because of his art. He vandalizes my dad's shop every week. Psh, I spread my art to a lot of places. What of it? Nickel and Diamonds Antiques. You know the store. Hey, you guys are the ones who keep erasing my art! Take your art away from our shop!
Mind filling me in?
Doughboy here runs around spray painting on various buildings. It's always desserts, like cookies and cakes.
Artist. I see. So, Mr. Doughboy, we heard you were involved in a car accident last month. Cloud's Orphanage ring any bells?
Psh, that's none of your business, pal.
I'm afraid it is my business. I'm Detective Ernest Hunt, and this is my assistant, Justina Smith. We'd like to ask you a few questions.
Cops? No way, I ain't talking.
See ya, you bourgeois sucker! You can either talk to us here or at the station. Your choice. If you cooperate, we'll leave you and your pastries in peace.
Fine, whatever, I'll talk. I wanted to pull a little prank on that old orphanage guy. Figured it'd be funny. So about 1:30, I jacked up the brakes in his car. Not myself do it. In and out, no trouble. One of the cops came by later to question me, but she kept insisting I didn't do it. This little prank of yours could have killed a man. You should feel ashamed of yourself. What do you say, Greenie? Greenie? You little...
Don't let him get to you.
Right. I guess we have to question him now. This is going to be a long day. I feel like now is a pretty good stopping point. What do you think?
Yeah, sure.
I'm pretty sleepy.